In January 2019, the Sustainable and Resilient Coastal Cities (SARCC) project began. Over the last 3 years, our 14 project partners from across the Two Seas region have been working together to implement, study and promote innovative, nature-based solutions, helping to combat rising sea levels across Western Europe. To achieve these aims, the SARCC project was split into 6 work packages, including project management and communications. As the SARCC project comes to a close, we're going to focus on the achievements of the first 4 work packages, starting with implementation framework and monitoring. This work package focused on producing baseline data linked to long-term, natural and political processes of coastal regions. This data was produced through a monitoring programme, evaluating the different pilot sites. The learning outcomes were summarised into a booklet aimed at coastal practitioners, with information on mainstreaming NBS, which will go on to inform future projects for years to come. Work Package 2: Urban Decision Makers Capacity Programme. The second work package focused on enabling urban authorities to integrate nature-based solutions into coastal management plans and policies. One output from this work package was the SARCC Public Lecture Series. This was a series of 11 lectures covering the impact of climate change on nature, agriculture, the water system, and the coastline. These lectures amounted 1,275 attendees across the series. Work Package 2 also culminated in the creation of an NBS guidance booklet for urban authorities to educate decision makers on the possibilities and benefits of incorporating NBS into their future strategies. Work Package 3: Visualisation and Community Engagement. Work Package 3 centred around engaging with the public and local communities. This included raising awareness through school education, workshops and our SARCC Roadshow, which toured around Europe with the SARCC promotional bus. One of the main outputs was the SARCC Visualisation Toolkit, which brought together examples of best practice using nature-based solutions, historic trend analysis, future IPCC climate scenarios and adaptive development techniques. All viewable through several visual formats including videos, landscape artwork, animations and a geospatial viewer that links research to the findings and outcomes of the SARCC pilots. Work Package 4: NBS Pilot Investments. Finally, we have our 7 nature-based solution investment pilots. The pilots are based across the Two Seas region and aim to demonstrate how nature-based solutions can be more beneficial for flood defence in coastal cities than hard, static alternatives. With a history of flooding, Southend Borough Council has invested a great deal of time and resources into researching the best ways of using nature as a buffer to prevent further flooding. In Newellyn, the Environment Agency is researching the use of reef blocks as a flood defence. The project here has deployed low-carbon reef blocks across the existing breakwater, going on to study their effectiveness as a coastal defence and a nature-based solution that encourages biocolonisation. In the city of Gravelines, the SARCC pilot has focused on strengthening the existing sand dunes against coastal flooding and erosion. A simple system was developed that traps the sand using wooden fences. When sand accumulates, small vegetation is able to grow in the sand, which in turn reinforces the thickness and stability of the dunes.
With our goal not to disrupt what makes Gravelines a successful economy, we developed accesses through the sand dune that are sideways so that the wind helps accumulate enough sand to protect the inland from water submersion. In short, we developed elevated access through the sand dune. This has been a massive success thanks to our collaboration with SARCC.
Over in Middelkerk, the previous temporary measures have been replaced by permanent investments. In the tourist trade zones, a soft sea wall in the form of a controlled dune has been applied, the pilot has proved popular with locals and tourists alike who prefer the natural dune-based walkway to the paved promenade. Further up the coastline, Ostend was dealing with excessive sand transport caused by heavy winds. This led to a lot of problems which subsequently impacted the use of the walkway, cycle path, tramway and the coastal road. The SARCC pilot created a natural landscape with planted dunes along the seawall. This has developed an ecosystem that keeps the sand on the beach instead of allowing it to erode and move to the tramway and the road. The natural dynamics ensure that this ecosystem is adaptive to future coastal pressures. Blankenberg's pilot saw dunes expanded in an inland direction by breaking up the road closest to the dunes. The already existing dunes are now able to expand landward, making them more stable, whilst also generating environmental benefits, including lower traffic-related pollution. Finally, Vlissingen is using an innovative approach to protect its inner city from flood damage. Storm surge water is channeled through a specially designed street and into a green open space where it is carried off naturally to the urban water system. This helps to reduce the chance of damage to both property and people.
Well, with this pilot we hope to learn how to anticipate in urban public space to extreme weather conditions. It concerns both the elaboration and application of controlled drainage of water, but also the changing of mindset of decision makers, experts, designers and inhabitants.
Over the last 4 years, it has become clear that NBS should be incorporated into future coastal planning, not only from an environmental perspective, but also for economic and social benefits too. The SARCC project has seeded a community. From engaging with thousands in person through our roadshow, lecture series, pilots, and regional seminars, to the online reach of over 100,000 individuals through our videos, newsletters, website, and social platforms. We hope that this community will continue to grow and the legacy of the SARCC project will inform and shape coastal management ideas and policy for years to come.